Welcome back, Rugby Hub viewers. It is round three of the Guinness Six Nations. And Guri, it's lovely to see your beautiful face. We've had 1 week off. How are you doing?
Gabs is going great. Took a week off to go skiing in Austria. It was basically, well, we're not made. We're South African. We're not made for the snow. So yeah, I took a few hits, but no, it was great. Thank you. It's good to see you as well. Obviously, no international rugby last weekend, so we didn't have the opportunity to chat about the games. But
Yeah.
this week it is back with some great fixtures ahead. So yeah, very much looking forward to it.
Great fixtures, question mark. Let's quickly take a step back and quickly reflect on round two. And thanks, by the way, for coming to my home away from home when I'm not there. But let's look at round two. I mean, there has been one massive talking point after that second round. I mean, Scotland, so close yet so far. Any comments on that?
Well, I mean, obviously, it's open for discussion in the comments with regards to was it a try, was it not a try. I think that debate can go on for very long. But yeah, Scotland had the victory in their grasp, but they fell short right to the last decision of the referee. Obviously, not getting that decision to go their way, and succumbing to to a victory that is for France. So France, they got themselves out of a very tight spot there. But
Yeah,
Scotland would be kicking themselves. Let's be honest.
no,
I mean that game was up for grabs.
definitely. I mean, I'm really feeling sorry for them because it was really the year to actually hope for the grand
Gabsy, they
finales.
could have gone 2-on-2.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It
Anyways,
would have been
it's
also
the
nice
same
just
thing
because
over.
this year, in the last round, round five, it would be Scotland, Ireland, and there was, you know, some hope for a nice build up, assuming Scotland could, yeah, win the Calcutta Cup this weekend. But, anyways, also another just quick mention there. Wales also fighting back fairly well. It was also a close game, 16-14. Really, like you
Yeah,
said pre
right
podcast,
towards the end. Yeah.
England is not really anything to get excited about at this stage. But
Mm.
let's jump into round three. Opening game.
Yeah.
I don't really know if I should say it's a big one, but Ireland is hosting Wales. That game will be at the
Mm.
Aviva. What do you make of that? Do you really think there's any chance that Wales can cause upset?
Ireland's is looking too good, man. I mean, their attacking flow is insane. They've got Jack Crowley now pulling the strings, and he's looking extremely comfortable. It just shows you that their attacking structure wasn't built around Sexton necessarily, right? So they can put Crowley in there, and it's obviously there are certain variations from their previous attacking structure that really causes some trouble for the opponent, but they're looking extremely good, man. Their combinations that they've been building is great. I mean, they can pull in players and not look out of place. So, I mean, they look too strong. But I wouldn't put it past Gatland to pull an upset. He's done it before. So, um, the young guns of Wales playing against the sort of experienced and very how should I say it, well drilled team of Ireland. I can see, unfortunately, this is a one-way traffic in Ireland pulling through in Dublin.
All right. Yeah. I
What do
mean,
you
you said
think?
you wouldn't put it past Gatlin. I would put it past Gatlin. I have to
You
say,
reckon?
though, respect for Wales for fighting back in both games against Scotland and England. I, however, do think the Irish are just, a machine that's drilled to
Man, they are
perfection.
looking
And yeah,
flawless.
thinking more and more that Sexton's retirement was maybe a blessing in disguise. But let's get to, I guess, the talk of the week, the Calcutta Cup, massive game. This
Great
time
game.
around, it's going to be played at Murrayfield in Edinburgh. So Scotland will be hosting England.
Yeah.
You were dropping some interesting facts
Well,
there pre-podcast.
yeah, I think Gabsy, I mean, they've performed some great games for us in the past, especially the recent past, between those two teams. And they first faced each other in 1971 and 1979. 1879, the Calcutta Cup started. Since then, the longest winning streak for Scotland has been 4 games. And if they manage to beat England this coming weekend, they are on that 4-game streak. So
yet again.
look, yet again, and I think they have the capabilities to do so. I think in some ways England look quite one-dimensional. You know, it, England, I feel like they have the arsenal. They've got it within them to expand their attacking structure, but they seem to just kick the ball away and back their defense. Now, it looks a bit boring. It could be very effective. We've seen that in the past, depending on the weather conditions. But Scotland comes with an all-out attack, and sometimes even that backfires on them. So it makes
Yeah,
for a very interesting game. But
but
I can
yeah,
see
I mean,
Scotland pulling this one through.
yeah, the thing is, I just feel like England's had two games. You know, they've beat Italy by 3 points. Was an away game, and then they also beat Wales by 2 points at a home game. And I
Yeah.
mean, both games were really close. Italy really fought back well in that first game. Yes, it was the first round, but in general, England's not really looking confident. Um,
But
yeah,
what's the issue
I
there,
don't know.
Gabsy?
I don't know if it's the lack of experience or if it's the lack of leadership. I mean, Owen Farrell is
They've got
obviously
that.
out of international rugby, and I honestly feel like I don't know. I'm just not a big George Ford fan. I would like to see
Mm,
Marcus Smith back. I don't know if he has a long-term injury. I thought it was just like ruled out of the first round, but he's still not in
yeah.
that lineup.
No,
So
he's
it's
still
again
injured. Yeah.
George Ford leading the backs there from that 10 jersey. But it's a strong team, you know. You've got Genge starting, Jamie George, Dan Cole,
Mm,
Itoje. I'm not going to go through the whole lineup, but it's a strong team, and Scotland as well. The likes of Blair Kinghorn is back in the starting lineup, Carl
yeah.
Steyn back. So it's going to be an exciting
Exciting.
game. I'm also going to back Scotland. It's two massive lineups. All the big names are in there, except for, of course, the likes of Owen Farrell not being there this year. But I mean, yeah, I'm going to back Scotland. I do hope that they will put it through this time around and not leave it a little too late again. And I do
Yeah.
think, honestly, they are probably the team right now that deserves the victory based on recent form. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, just on that point, I think Scotland has finally found some sort of a good rhythm. That's why I think the fact that they lost against France at home was such a big well, had such a big impact on them. So they'd be very desperate to get back to winning ways. They could have made it 2 from 2.
yeah,
England, on the other hand, look, Gabs, it's not like they don't have the capabilities, right? I saw in that Wales game they had so many opportunities to actually play, right, where
yeah,
they had overlaps in front of them, but just not
yeah,
using it and not capitalizing on opportunities, but rather kicking. And look,
yeah. I mean, we can talk about
maybe something.
we can talk about this conversation for years. At the end of the day, England, they're good at one thing. They know how to find, you know, something positive and turn the game into their favor and win
Mm,
games. We've seen that in the World Cup. They somehow still yet again made it into the
and
semifinals,
they pushed South Africa in that
so
semi-final.
they push us in the semi-final. So I won't write them off, but I do say I think Scotland's got the better team. They've got better form, even though they lost last weekend.
Mm,
And I'm going for Scotland. Um, I think, yeah, I know you can never say they deserve it more because at the end of the day, it's going to come down to the
so
result.
many
But
variables involved.
I
Yeah.
really like the look of the Scottish lineup with Blair King on also being back. And hopefully the home advantage on Murrayfield would also give them the edge. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, let's transition into that last game. And also, guys, please let us know what do you think will happen in these first two games. Who's going to take the Calcutta Cup? Do you guys think Scotland can, tie that record of theirs? Do you think Wales has any chance of beating Ireland? And then, in the last game, we're just going to quickly touch on it. I'm going to go with France, playing just around the corner from Guaran there in Lille, hosting Italy. I don't think that. Yeah, there's any chance Italy can beat France here, even if France are not looking at the best. And I also don't think, even if they're playing the B team, just Italy, just
Mm.
they're not there for me yet.
Yeah, it's a shame because I think Italy is improving, but once again, we've been saying that for a while.
We've been saying that
But
for
they
the
have
last
been
7
making
years.
exactly, but they have been making some good strides. France is desperate for a convincing win. They look very flat. It almost feels like their World Cup exit is still haunting them, right? And that
100%.
is, it's not a good sign as well because they, I mean, in all fairness, they did lose their captain and probably not probably, they lost their best player as well. And without a DuPont there, they just seem to not flow with the amount of accuracy and the amount of cohesion that they did while he was there. So
Yeah.
I think they're desperate for a win. Italy is going to put up a massive fight. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. Know what you think. Yeah. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Let us know what you want to see in the next episode.